The typical case is that, look, yes, we don't want banks betting with their own money, but it has hampered liquidity and the ability for banks to deal with their clients. What in the Volcker Rule should be adapted?
So I do think that we have to think about unintended consequences. I think the motivation for it was a good motivation. Exactly as you said, you don't want people to be able to gamble with other people's money and not have to pay for that. However, I don't think this has had the best impact. I think it has had an unintended consequence of potentially reducing liquidity. I think it's been incredibly difficult to enforce, both on the supervisor's side as well as on the bank compliance side. And so I don't think it passes a cost-benefit test.
So, Randy, what we've learned right now is that the Treasury Secretary has called in the regulators and said, take a hard look at this and see what you can fix without Congress. How much of what needs to be done does Congress have to do, and can actually the administration do it on their own without Congress?
Well, it depends. Now, for example, something like the Volcker Rule is part of the Dodd-Frank legislation, so it would be difficult to fully eliminate that. However, the implementation of it could be made much less burdensome, really focusing just on risks that banks are taking rather than on this long list of compliance issues that don't really have that much to do with risk and are much more of a distraction than getting at the fundamentals of risk-taking.
Well, and Randy, that goes to my question. Does it need to be eliminated altogether? Because we've had any number of CEOs of major banks say, you know what, we don't need to do away with it altogether. We just need some more common sense sort of application, back off a bit. Is that, in your opinion, enough to get the job done?
Well, in a lot of areas, I think it could be very helpful. I think just having a clear cost-benefit way of approaching things, really focusing on the issues of risk rather than simply on compliance or sort of a check-the-box set of issues. And I think a careful cost-benefit analysis, a careful analysis of where the risks still are in the system, we could get there.